Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'll be showing you how to make this crochet dress, and to do so you'll need your yarn, and it's best you start with a new yarn, your stitch markers, your tape measure, and your hook. Now I'm using a 4.0 mm, so whenever you see this green hook, it is a 4.0 mm. Alright, so let's start. So to get started, you make your slip knot, twist, insert your hook and just bring it around, and then we're going to make our chains to go around the neck and through the sides to tie at the back. So you make yarn as long as you need, but for the size that I'm working on, I am going to make 300. So you can make your chains and then come back. So I'll do that and show you how it looks. So after I've completed making my straps, what I'm going to do now is to start with the cups. So to do so, I'm going to chain 3, yarn over, insert into that same chain before the chain 3 with a double crochet, just like that. So we have our first triangle, right? Going to chain 2, yarn over, and make another crochet into that same space, chain 1, and then in the chain 3 that we did before, we're going to make 2 double crochets. So let me show you closer. So you're going to chain 2, turn your work. So basically you'll be increasing on both sides and make the crochet stitch that you need for the middle. So increase. So that's it. So now we're going to make these middle art. This in the middle, you're going to make a chain. So 1, 2, 3 chains. So 1, 2, 3, and then at the end where we had this double crochet, we're going to make 2 double crochet in that space. 1, 2. So that is how we are going to start. So you continue, make a chain 2, increase on the sides. So because this is now 5, we're going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and make 2 double crochets at the end. So just like that. So this is how it's going to stay. So continue on 2, yarn over, increase, and since this was 5 plus this and this 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yarn over and increase at the end with 2 double crochets. So you'll continue to do that until you get the width that you see on this screen. So yarn over and continue, making 2 double crochets at the end for your increase. So it's starting to form as a triangle now. So that's how it looks. So you continue, as I mentioned, until you get the length, the bottom area to be that length, and then I'll show you what to do next. So just in case, just to repeat, to get the chains in the middle, it's going to be the middle amount plus the two sides here. So if you have 5 in the middle, the one here 6 and the one here 7. So for me, I have 9 here plus this one 10 and this one 11. I'm going to chain 11. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. Yarn over and make 2 double crochets at the end here for my increase. So you repeat that until you're at the end. So your work should look something like this, and I use a stitch marker for the end here, and we're going to cut our yarn. So you want to give it a good size tail and pull through just like that. So you're going to make your second couple, and just to repeat, you make a slip knot, make as many chains that you need. So again, just to show you, after you've made your string, you're going to chain 3, 1 2 3, yarn over in the same space that you used before the chain 3. You're going to make a double crochet just like so, chain 2, turn your work, make an increase, chain 1 and make another increase, well, 2 double crochets in that chain 3 space. Just like that, chain 2, turn your work, make a increase, and then to make the rows in the middle, the strings, the chains, you're going to the chain that you have in the middle in the previous row, you're just going to simply add 2 to it. So I had 1, so that must be 3, so 1 2 3, yarn over and make 2 double crochets at the end. So I'll continue to do so until I have the same amount of rows and the same amount of chains as this one here, and I'll show you how to join the pieces together. So you'll continue that, and then I'll show you what to do next. Alright, so after you've made the second couple like this, what you're going to do is to not cut this piece. Instead, you're going to take this and join them together. Just going to unravel this, and where you have the loop here, you're just going to insert our hook into that double crochet and join them together with a slip knot, and you can just chain 1 and pull. So that is it. That's how we join them together, right? So we're just going to continue with making this row. Turn it on. So for this piece, if it's a case that you want it to have a, if you want the back part of it to be low, like a lower back effect, well, you need the strings to be longer as well, and you just make this piece, the front piece, the same going down for about 8 inches. If you do want it though to just fit midpoint at the back, we're going to make about 4 inches of continuing this same count that I'm going to show you now. So chain 2, turn our work, make the increase as well, and I have 25 crochets here, chains, sorry, I have 25 chains, so I'm going to chain 27. So after you've made a number of chains, you're going to yarn over and make 2 double crochets. So you're going to make 1 double crochet on the last double crochet you have here, just like that, and then another one on the first double crochet you have here, just like that. Now you're going to continue making the same amount of chains that you had here over this side. So I had 27, so I'm going to chain 27. Yarn over and make my increase. So where you have the stitch marker, you remove that, yarn over, make 2 double crochets. So that is how it looks so far, just like that. So we're going to continue repeating this. Well, it's going to go straight down like a curve for 4 inches. So you just continue with your increase on both sides, chain the amount of chains in the middle plus 2, so I had 27, so I'll be making 29. And then in the middle I'll be making 2 double crochets, well, 1 double crochet on each double crochet in the middle, and chain 29, and make 2 double crochets at the end. So this is how it's looking so far. Alright, so just going to measure this to see how many chains I need, and since I'm going to do it for 2 inches, so I said 4 inches before, but I'm going to make it for 2 inches. I'm going to do 2 more rows. Right now, as I said before, if you want it to be a lower at the back to show, just, you know, for this to go around to rest above the bum area, you make it for about 8 chains, right? So for this, it should be around your back, lower back, for the part that we're going to make after we make 2 more rows of this. So depending on how you want it, you do it for that. If you want it to be mid back, can be about 4 inches, as in you repeat this row with the increases on the side, increase it with the chains, continue until 4 inches. If you want it mid back, lower back, you do it for 8 inches, but for me I'm going to do it for 2 inches, so I'll make 2 more rows. Alright, so this is how it looks so far, and when I measure it, it is giving me about 15 inches. But the size that I'm working on is a size, well, the size at this point you need to make the hip size, right? So for the small, the hip size is about 36, and if you divide that by 2, it's about 18. So I am short by 3 inches, so I'll need to take that into consideration. So I need the back part, I need to make a chain that is half of the 36, which is the 18, plus 3 inches, which is 21 inches, right, for my chain. So for the size that you're working with, you need to take into consideration the hip size. So if the hip size is say 40, if this portion of it, no matter where you are, whether it is the top, mid length, or bottom, the lower back, if it is whatever size it is, you just try to find the amount that will add up to the waist, the hip area. So if this was say 10 inches, and remember that I am working on a size 36 inch, I would need to find 26 inches more. So I hope that was clear. If it's not clear, just let me know in the comment box below and I'll answer that, right? So I need to make a chain of 21 inches to connect to this piece. So I'll do that and show you after. So this is the amount of chains that I made. I made last count because I had to unravel some, but it is 21 with a little stretch, not much but a little, right? So after you've made the chains, to complete your hip size, right, we're going to connect it to this part. So just to make it that it is straight, I'm going to just fix it like this, insert your hook, and then make a slip knot. Like so, right? So this band that you're seeing is going to be your hip size, so this should fit over your hips, right? So again, let me just say it again. Whichever point you are for this piece, the front piece, the inches that you get, you're going to minus that from your hip size and make a chain for that amount that you got. So if this was 10, as in this was 10 inches, and your hip size was 40, 10 from 40 is 30, so you're going to make a chain to be 30 and attach it to the sides. I really hope that was clear enough, but as I said before, if you don't understand, you can let me know or send me an email, no, send me a message on my Instagram. So we're going to just mark this now. I want to know where we have the 2 double crochets that we're going to use on each side, right? So that's where you get your stitch markers. So I'm going to count the amount of chains that I have and then decide where to make my 2 double crochets and how many double crochets that I want for the back. So I'll do that and show you how it looks. Alright, so this is what I did, right? So I've made 85 chains. So to get the half point, I have 3 in the middle. So it was either I'll make 1 chain or 3 chains. So I opted for the 3 double crochets, right? So you can make the amount that you want, it's fine. Or you can have more chains. If you're wider or broader, then you can make more, right? You get the point as you go on. So we are not going to do any increases anymore. So how you're going to make it now, you're going to chain 2 as you used to do and make your double crochets, 2 double crochets at the side, right? You need to remember how many double crochets, you need to remember the number of chains that you have in the middle at the front and also at the back. So for me, I have 33 at the front and 42 at the back, so bear that in mind. So I'm chain 33 now. Yarn over, make your 2 double crochets for the middle, make the same amount of chains that you had at the first cup, yarn over, make your double crochets at the side, and then now we're at the back. So as I said to you before, I had 42, so I'm going to chain 42. So 1, 2, and then make my 3 double crochets for the middle here. So I'm going to remove my stitch marker, yarn over, and make my double crochet in the space next to it, because that's where the stitch marker was, like so. And then I can remove the other 2 because I know that I'll need to make 2 double crochets. So just like that, I'll make 42 again. Where you have the stitch here, you're going to make a slip stitch on the top of the chain tool before. So just like that. Right, so this is what it looks like. So as you can see, so that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to show you for one more row. After you've made your slip knot, so we're just going to go around in circles, right? So we're going to chain 2. You can either do that or continue this way, but it is fine either way. So remember, the front I had 33, so I'm going to make my second double crochet. For the side, I'm going to chain 33, yarn over, make my 2 double crochets for the middle, like so, chain 33 again, yarn over, make 2 double crochets for the side, now we're at the back. I'm going to chain 42, yarn over, and make 3 double crochets, and 42, and after that we're going to connect it to the front with a slip stitch. So right into that space and connect it, make a slip stitch like so. So as you continue to work, you'll see it come along, right? So this is the back and this is the front. So you can make this, you continue to make the same that you're doing now for as long as you want it to be, right? I'll give some suggestion on the length that you can use for each size, but basically you continue with this, right? So I'll do mine off camera and show you how it looks when I am finished. Alright, so this is how it looks so far, and I am just going to take my hook and make a slip stitch to show you how you'll end yours. So you just make a slip stitch just like that and then cut your yarn, right? And this is the top, and this is the back. So I'll show you at the end of the video how it looks on the mannequin, and you can make your own type of bikini to go with this, whether you want the same color or contrasting color. Thanks again for watching, guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.